Hello and welcome to my home. So I used to go to your homes and do your hair, but things are a little bit different now. So you are in my home and I'm gonna show you how to do your hair from home. I'm gonna start by using my stuff from home. I use a Dyson blow dryer, and then I have a really massive round brush that I like to use in my hair just because I have a lot of hair. So let me talk really quickly about that. My hair is medium coarse with heavy density. So basically that means that it's not that thick, but I have a lot of it. So I like to wear my hair a little bit on the sleeker side. I don't like it to be super voluminous. But I'm gonna show you how to do a really basic blow dry. Nothing too crazy, just something to kind of get you by and have you looking good at home while we wait out this pandemic. Okay, so let's get started. Two of my go-tos, I have this Olaplex number 6. This is the leave-in that you use. There's a bunch of different numbers. I know you guys are very familiar with Olaplex. It is very, very popular because it works. So I'm gonna use, it's very creamy. I don't really use too much product when I blow out hair. I may use like different types of product, but I don't use a lot of it. I mean, it depends on what I'm trying to go for, but for today, we're gonna use a pretty small but generous amount. And I start by working it into my hands. First my hands and then the ends of my hair, and I work my way up. So I'm not gonna start at the root because I don't need it there. My hair there is the healthiest. Okay, so here we go. Take a pretty large section, probably like, I would say the back, half of the back is gonna go down and the other half is gonna go up. So let's take the section and I'll turn around so you guys can see what it looks like in the back. I don't think I've ever seen what it looks like in the back. So I take that section and I'm actually gonna split it into 2. So just kind of brush it out a little bit more, or work some of that curl out. And if you can see, my hair has kind of dried up a little bit, especially like right here in the middle. I'm gonna take a little bit of water and I'm just gonna, because I happen to have this water bottle here, I'm gonna spray it. I want my hair to be damp, not wet. So if it's soaking wet, let it air dry a little bit. If you like that natural look, just kind of like let it air dry as much as you want on the root. And then if it gets dry, too dry on the ends especially, just take a little bit of water and get them wet again, because you really want the ends of your hair to be wet. It makes it, especially for curlier hair, it makes it for a more smoother blowout. So if your hair is a little bit curlier and you like it a little bit more smooth, then you definitely want to have those ends be wet. So now I'm just gonna it's all about brushing your hair. It's more about brushing your hair than it is about heat. So I'm gonna use, with that being said, I'm gonna use medium heat. And then just because I want to work fast, I'm going to use high speed. And I start always at the root in the direction that I want my hair to fall, I'm gonna point the blow dryer down. As you can see, I am done blow drying my first section, and I just want to go back and talk about why it's so important to wet the ends for a second, because I want to have you understand what the thought process is behind that. As we use the blow dryer and the brush to work down the hair shaft and get the hair strands dry, we are taking all of that heat from the root and we're working it all the way down. As we go back and we reset our brushes, we're taking that heat and we're bringing all the way down, and we're using that heat to smooth the cuticle. So by the time we're working that we get all the way down here, our hair is already 90% dry. We're just at this point, we're just smoothing it out. So those ends, even though they may be wetter than the root, it's fine, because what happens if it's not wet is that the hair and the ends, like especially the one, like the 2 inches to the ends, it's already compromised and it's weak. So those are the ugly ends. So if those ends are dry, they're not going to reset and get smooth. If they're wet, you can reset them and get them as smooth as you'd like. So if you want to really work the ends and get that really silky smooth end, then you just work it a little bit more with the blow dryer. If you're happy with a little bit of bounce and some movement, then you don't have to work it so much to the point where it gets like staticky. You just have to get it dry. That's it. Super easy, guys. You got this. All right, here we go. Section 2. Okay, so I am all done with my bottom section. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the back. Since I showed you the before, I want to show you the after. You tell me if it's good. Smooth? All right. All right, so next section. I'm gonna take kind of like just about where my eyebrows arch. I'm gonna take my thumbs and I'm gonna take them all the way back, following the curvature of my head, and I'm gonna clip that section away. Perfect. This is where some of you are gonna be like, oh hell no. But this is what I do. I literally take half and half, and I blow dry them both like that entirely. If this is too much for you, and it might be, take half, break it down into subsections and do what works best for you and what your brush is able to handle. That's why I have such a big brush, because I don't have time to blow dry my own hair for 45 minutes. I have to do this in 20, even though today it's taking me like about an hour and a half with the video and the whole thing, so yeah. All right, so I'm gonna work this section and just kind of do it the same way that I worked the other sections, starting at the root, making sure that the root gets really dry first, and then as I feel the tension ease in the brush, like as I work down, I know that I'm doing the right thing and I'm getting a really smooth blowout. So I want to start always at the root. That's why you don't need to put your temperatures all the way up at high. Mine is on medium, and that works great. So I use medium heat so that I can protect my hair, because I do a lot to it, right? I blow dry it, I iron it, I get it colored, I do a bunch of stuff. Sometimes I even put a treatment in it. So anything that I have in the salon that I'm doing on you guys, I'm probably doing it to myself. So my hair is very, very compromised too. And some of the ways that I protect it is by always using a product before I blow dry, a heat protectant, a heat resistant, something. Yeah, start at the root, work your way down and brush it. Your brush is gonna tell you everything you need to know. If it's still like kind of giving you a little bit of of hard, you know, tug at the root, you're not drying it enough. You need to really get the heat to start from the top and work your way down the hair strand, and then go back and brush it and reset, because the brush is what's going to make it smooth. So I am done with the second section, and I'm gonna move on to the top. So I'm gonna take down the top, and I'm gonna divide it further into probably just 3 sections so that I can work easier. So I'm gonna blow dry coming with the hair strands along the root and down the shaft, and then I'm gonna bring it down. And I'll probably give it a little bit of movement with the brush down here at the bottom on the ends, but I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna focus on the top because I really want to smooth this and get it as low to the scalp as possible, because that's just how I like to wear my hair. If you're the opposite, you're gonna go against the root here, and you're gonna start blow drying from the bottom and then come all the way back. You want to smooth the root here starting at the bottom, but you always want to smooth here as well, because those little flyaways, those little hairs that are going to start popping up here, those are good because they create the body, but you don't want them to come up and look frizzy. So you want to go in there and give them a good blast with the blower so that you can get them back inside, and then you can smooth out the rest of the hair and work your brush the way you like it. If you like it more movement at the bottom, then you're going to give it a little bit more spin. If you like it straight, then you're going to keep the amount of rotation on the brush to a minimum, and you're just going to smooth it all the way down. Ready? Super easy. Here we go. Crown section complete. I'm gonna go ahead and take these last 2 pieces. I'm gonna divide this section into half. I'm gonna make it 2 sections. I have a little bit of a bang. I have a bang. I got a bang. So I'm gonna do this piece separate. So clean sections help the blow dry process so much. It just makes the work easier, clean, precise. You can feel the hair as it gets drier, the smoothness in it. If you feel any moisture, especially like maybe you didn't work a little tiny piece like in the midsection to ends, and you feel a little moisture in there, go back and work it. You know why? Because we don't have our heat setting all the way up. So we can go back and we can kind of make those little adjustments so without burning our hair, so that we can have the most fabulous blowout. Smooth, beautiful, with body, volume, no volume, however. All right. So, how's it looking so far? Huh? Not too shabby, a little. You see, this is not my vibe because I don't like all of this volume, but I know that for a general purpose blowout, this might be just perfect. So we'll get more into how to iron, how to beach wave, how to, I don't know, whatever your thoughts are. If there's something that you want to see specifically, I mean, let me know, guys. I have no idea what to post, so it would help me out enormously to hear your thoughts. All right, so for my last and final piece, we got the bang. I'm gonna go ahead and section back my hair. If you like body, do not do this. I'm gonna do it because like I said, I like to have a little bit less body, especially like around the mid face and then down to the ends. I don't mind a little bit here at the bottom, but I like it a little bit flatter in the middle right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna section it. This is simply just because I want it to be a little bit flatter throughout here, and so holding it back will kind of, as it cools, it'll create that without having me to go back and like iron it or anything like that. Warning, if you try to do this, please get a scrunchie or a hair tie that does not leave a mark. Don't use a clip, especially if it has like these little alligator teeth. Don't use that. If you have a clip that's like flat, then that works. Awesome. Other than that, here we go. So I'm gonna, for the bang, I'm going to blow dry it down because I like no volume. So if you like volume, you're gonna start bottoms up. You're gonna start right here. I don't like volume. I'm gonna start from the top. So, and then I'm gonna go in side, work it a little bit more in the top, and then I'm gonna come from the bottom, and then that's when I'm gonna start bringing it out, and I'm gonna start smoothing the mid to ends of the hair shaft. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, so I am done with my last piece. Under normal circumstances, honestly, I would probably do a beach wave because that's how I like to wear my hair normally, but because I ain't going anywhere, I'm just gonna leave it like this. I like it. I think it's good. Makes me feel like a human again because I feel like I haven't really been, you know, taking care of myself and doing my normal stuff. So anyways, I wanted to share with you just a couple little tips on how to do a successful blow dry at your home. I know you guys aren't used to seeing me in a bathrobe. The tables have turned. So anyways, I'm actually not done yet. I'm gonna do one more thing, and I think this is a really important little tip. So pay attention. There's a cool button on your blow dryer. And the reason that this is important is because the cool setting is what helps us seal the cuticle in our hair. Our hair follicle has cuticles that all go in one direction. So when you take the blow dryer and you take it off its heat setting, pull down, run your fingers through your hair. So I'm just gonna go in. And this is really important, especially for all of us who live in Miami and Florida, with the humidity being what it is, and it is real. This helps give the blow dry a little bit more longevity. So your hair is gonna look nicer, smoother, shinier, all this good stuff. It won't hurt. So this will just seal the deal, literally, on the cuticle. It'll seal the cuticle. And then if you're not a fan of products and you don't want to do anything more than that, than just a little leave-in, a little conditioner, then that's fine, you're done. I like to go in with a little Kerastase, and I mean a little. Like, I don't know if you can see that, it's dripping. It's like a little teardrop. I put a little teardrop of Kerastase elixir, and then we go in. And just like we did with our leave-in conditioner earlier, we're just gonna start at the ends and work our way up. I'm not gonna apply it at the root. Just gonna get here in the bang. Just work it with your fingertips, really, really get in there. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. I mean, do I gotta tell you that this works? It works, you know? All right, so other side, let's do the other side. Let's see if we can get this side to, maybe it's just me, I don't know. All the way to the mid shaft, get in the bang if you want to put a little extra on your ends there. Really work it, your palms are in there. Guess what? It works.